Hello everyone. Today we are going to show you our experience of a beautiful trek called the Prashar Lake Trek. We are going to take you through from crossing the Vyas River to the beautiful dense pine forest to slippery muddy patches and the beautiful scenic view of the Himalayas.
Good morning, trekkers. This is Beer, your trek leader. Basically, right now I'm standing at a place called Prashar Lake. It's a very beautiful trek placed in Himachal. How to get there and all the stuff are there on the website. Now, when you are there at the village called Bagi, it's at 4,600 some feet, right? And this particular place where I am right now is 8,700 feet. So somewhere close to 4,100 feet in one day, and the distance is 7.5 kilometers. So if you can do that on a map like this and like this, you will figure out the inclination that it has. So you have to be fit even for a weekend to be a trek. Difficulty wise, it can be termed as easy, it can be termed as moderate or difficult depending on the weather, depending on the level of fitness I am come with. So because I've done, like I said, XYZ treks in XYZ places, that means this is going to be a very easy cakewalk trek for me. That is not the case, right? The beautiful part about Parashar as a trek has a lot of pine forest walk. It has a lot of altitude to gain, and the distance is 7.5 kilometers. It is not easy as it sounds, but when you do it, that feeling of accomplishment hits you to a toll. We have other treks also on weekend treks, but I rate Parashar to be the highest from my perspective because of this reason.
We started our journey first by train from Mumbai to Delhi, a bus from Delhi to Mandi, and a private vehicle from Mandi to Bagi. Soon as we reached Bagi, the weather was not looking good. But our trek leader assured us that it was okay to trek in such a weather. So we all wore our ponchos, and after a short briefing, we marched towards the Parashi Lake. The trail had a lots of levels to cross. The first was a kilometer-long rocky trail that went over the Vyas River. And from there, we headed towards a wide bridge walk for 1.5 kilometers more. Soon as we finished the walk, we entered the gates of the thick dense pine forest. It was a magnificent sight to see. This was the first time at Parashi Lake for all of us, and we all experienced the gist of how beautiful nature can get. You will completely get lost in terms of admiring its beauty and shades of green. Though the rain kept challenging us every step we took, it made the forest look even more beautiful. And not forgetting the most beautiful creature that accompanied us. We named him Shadow. For some time we saw the sun coming out and took that opportunity to have some delicious lunch prepared by the locals and then headed forward. After clearing the forest, we first cleared a small muddy patch. The second patch was a little bigger with hard patches of ice. But soon the view got cleared and we could see the Himalayas. Suddenly all the tiredness was gone, and as we kept moving while admiring the vistas, we had reached the stunning peaceful lake, the Prashar Lake. Even though the snow had almost melted, it was freezing cold up there. We watched the sun setting down, had some dinner, and camped that night under the sparkling stars. The next morning, we woke up with surprise, and I was mesmerized to see the beautiful stretch of fog and the golden peaks of the mighty Himalayas. Later, after having some breakfast, we visited the spiritual temple dedicated to Prashar Rishi. It is a 3-story pagoda-like temple and demonstrates beautiful Himachali architecture. The lake is considered sacred to the Prashar Rishi as he is regarded to have meditated there. There is even an arrangement to stay to the devotees who come to visit the temple on the 12th of April every year for the festival. The lake has its own floating island and the depth of the lake is still unknown. Today the sun was shining all over the place, and again, after a briefing, we started walking down through the same path. Soon we reached down, and we all knew it was the end of an amazing weekend we shared. We all went back to our cities to fall back into our daily routines, but with a new and fresh energy.